Hey YouTube, it's Effxcts and I'm bringing you guys a brand new video. And it's been a little while since I made my last videos, but Season 7 is about to end. We have the earthquake leaving cracks in the ground. We have all kinds of things going on in this game right now. Like, it's really smooth and I really like it. I don't know. It's not the best it's ever been to me. I feel like Season 4 was one of my favorite seasons, although that was the season I started. We had Hop Rocks back then. We had Moist C. Meyer, Anarchy Acres. We had like some things that just made the game a lot simpler. It was a little easier to win. But that's when I first started, so I didn't really get a lot of wins back then. I was just starting out. But as you can see here, I kind of clutch it on 4 people. I thought, I was gonna die in that situation, but with 17 health and all that, but I just didn't give up. And that's what winning in this game is about. It's about not giving up, and whether the circumstances are against you or whatever, you can always make a decision that'll put you in a position to win, even if you're low health. And that's what's crazy about this game, is that people don't expect you to do certain things, and then you can use that to your advantage. So yeah, it's so fun, really. It's Fortnite, you know what I mean? Like, how do you not enjoy this game? Like, how do you not enjoy this game? I don't know. You gotta learn how to play. That's real simple, It's real simple to learn how to play, but I mean, I play on a controller. A lot of people prefer keyboard and mouse. A lot of people who play on the controller might prefer playing on claw, and that makes them better at the game. And I think that there's different methods. As long as you find something comfortable, it doesn't really matter, as long as you're good with what you use. You don't want to get used to doing something and making a mistake early on, and then later on you're like, I don't know what to do because I didn't learn how to respond to this situation, this mistake. And that's very important to remember. So I never really explained what 90s were, but 90s aren't like super practical unless like you're playing in a situation where you're like 1v2ing and you have to laser one person before the other. But 90s are 90-degree turns when climbing up a wall in 4 different directions corresponding to each other, and a floor and a ramp all together at once. And it's the fastest way to get high ground, but sometimes you don't need high ground. Sometimes you might want to knock your enemy off their build, or just kind of like take the low ground approach and bait out your enemy to make a decision that they'll regret, which is something that I tend to do. As you can see, my enemy spraying down my build, so I baited him down by trying to fake out that I was gonna knock him down. So he dropped down, and then that's when I tried to take high ground again, but I phased underneath my ramps. As you can see, for some reason I had jump fatigue, and then I basically just like took the low ground completely. I tried to get high ground, but I was pretty much stuck because for some reason I couldn't jump while I was trying the 180 up there, which is like a 90, but it's just basically turning completely around instead of to the left or the right. And then when I got hit with a couple of shots, my enemy edits down, and he expects me to be standing in that exact staircase, but I just took advantage of that and sprayed him and ended up winning that game right there, which allows me to dance. You can't dance unless you win the game. Nah, let me stop. You can dance every time, guys. It's Fortnite. But just like, when an enemy is really trying to take high ground, you have to put yourself in a position where you can take high ground back, or choose to drop down at them before they expect you to. And that's something that most people forget. As you can see, me and my teammate are rotating around these enemies aggressively, and we keep putting them down or just dropping them down, in which like another team is shooting behind us with rocket launchers and knocks down the whole build. Those guys fall and take some damage, I'm sure, or if they didn't take damage, I came and I finished them off. But like, you're not always gonna hit your shot, and that's something I think is like it has to do with ghost hits. It's like when someone's in your aimer, you shoot, but they don't get hit for some reason, and that can really throw you off. And you just have to retaliate by either pulling out the SMG, the AR, or something, and just kind of like finishing off your enemy while they're not expecting you to. Because if you do what your enemy expects, most of the time you're gonna lose a lot of games. You're gonna die very frustrated. You want to always be thinking of how to counteract, like, and do the unexpected, so to speak. But thanks for watching. I appreciate all you guys. Check out some of my other videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you again. Peace.